hospital room. But if you look closer, it seems more like a prison. An expensive prison, where the windows don't open and nobody really cares if you perhaps live or die. Only if someone pays your bills. A place where you were thinking you could go to rest and recover or relax or maybe reproduce, but no, no, it wasn't like that, was it? A place where everybody who comes in your room only knows the bare fucking minimum. The CNA knows next to nothing. The nurse knows mostly lies. Your doctor, he knows a few truths, but he probably won't share them with you. And these are just a few of the problems that I have with a standard hospital room, and the medical industry as a whole. They do not have your best interest in mind. They have profit in mind. And that's pretty much all they really care about. But they can't tell you that. They have to tell you they care about you. They just don't have to fucking prove it. So if your CNA knows less than your nurse, and your nurse knows less than your doctor, you can imagine your lowest man on that totem pole, and the shit you know is not just minimal, it's completely and utterly twisted, so that you think they're doing all they can do to help you, and you won't mind if things just don't go your way, because everybody there knows more than you, and they would like to keep it that way. And if you go into a hospital knowing as much as a doctor knows, you will be nothing but a fucking nuisance to these people. I mean, you will get under their skin because you will be contradicting what they say, because they will be lying to you, and you will be wanting the truth. But let's for a moment discuss surgery. The person who cuts into you might be, perhaps, the only fucking person there who knows anything real at all. And for those of you who've been subscribed long enough to me know, what I'm talking about is called the halicline. That's right, where the bullshit meets the real shit. Because in medicine, most of the information is bullshit. And the surgeons know the real shit. In fact, anyone getting ready to cut into you has to know something real. The person wiping your ass, not so much. The person cramming the pills down your throat, also not so fucking much. But the person cutting into you needs to know exactly how things work for real. And this is why you will find that medical books about actual surgeries are expensive as fuck. Whereas going to school to become a CNA costs less than one of these fucking books, okay? You could learn how to take care of a patient and feed them and wipe their butt, and it will cost you less than one surgical book that a doctor needs to learn surgery. So, barely any information is given to anybody who treats you in a hospital until that someone is about to cut into you. And I would like to use this moment as an opportunity to explain something to people that they just almost are never fully aware of. And that is the etiology of a disease. And that means the cause of it, the origin of that disease, which is mostly kept from us, which pisses me off. Some people don't even know what etiology is, and when I talk to them about it, they're like, "You mean etymology? You're uneducated." No, I mean etiology. You are uneducated. And if you were to find the etiology of any fucking disease, you would then know how to cure it, prevent it, and treat it. And this is why the etiology of most diseases is hidden from you. We don't know what causes cancer. We don't have a clue. We think it's genetic. Oh, do you think it's genetic? Or you don't know the cause? Because it cannot fucking be both. If it's genetic, you don't know the cause. If you know the cause, it's not genetic. Oh, but we think that's red meat. If you eat less red meat, you're going to have less cancer. But you just said you didn't know the etiology. How does that work? It might be genetic. We don't know. Don't eat red meat. Sounds like you just don't want me to know, you asshole. So how about you tell me about that little list of things you have called carcinogens? Oh, what are those? The chemicals that you know cause cancer. The thing you just told me you didn't know the etiology of? You lying sons of bitches. Why do I have a computer if you're just gonna lie to me? Looking up the etiology of some diseases makes me want to throw my computer through the window. Because it's just lying to me, like a CNA would do, or like a nurse would do, because it doesn't know any better, because it's been fed bullshit. So, in order to find the halicline, where the real shit meets the bullshit, we have to dig deep, deep, deep into a surgery book that is more expensive than most people's cars. Does anybody happen to remember back in the day? I mean, if you're old enough, you would remember this. But back in the day, there was some speculation that obesity was caused by a virus. There was some speculation that you could catch fat. Does anybody remember that? I do. There was speculation that people were fat and we didn't know the cause. There was speculation that it wasn't calories. There was speculation that it didn't even have anything to do with exercise. It had to do with viruses. What are the causes of childhood obesity, asks AnyWho? Oh, let me tell you. Parents! Shitty ones, you dumb motherfucker! Are you that stupid? The causes of childhood obesity could be a virus. No, it could be terrible parents. But that wasn't on your list of etiology, was it? Look up restless leg syndrome. See how quickly you can get yourself to the etiology of it. And then see how quickly in there you'll actually find the fucking etiology because it doesn't want you to know. Because again, if you knew the etiology of this, if you knew the causation of this, you could stop it, prevent it, reverse it, cure it, heal it. And there is no money in that. So instead of just telling people we don't have the cause, we don't have the treatment, we don't have any medicine for it, they're just going to claim complete ignorance. And when you dig deeply into the etiology of restless leg syndrome, they'll say several things. Could be Parkinson's, could be obesity, could be dopamine. We think it's genetic, but we don't know. You don't know, or it's genetic. That's the thing you always do with the things you actually know about. Oh, we don't know / genetic, which means we don't know and it's out of your control, which puts the power back in their hands and takes it out of the patient's hands. So when you go into a hospital, an emergency room, a nursing home, you're told you have rights. But guess what? You don't. You're property of them. Until you sign something that says, let me effing go, you basically are property of them. And you are subject to their science and all of its stupid fucking profit-making lies that are there to trip you up, keep you sick, and make me absolutely lose my fucking mind. So, there's that. So again, the causes of obesity, when listed, are just so absurd. The causes could be anything from the cold virus to genes. You know, just your genetics. Your mom was fat, so you're fat too. But you know what didn't make the list? You know what didn't make the cut? You know what's not on the etiology? Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Mountain Dew. They didn't make the fucking list. I'm sorry, my great-great-great-grandma's to blame for obesity, but Coke had nothing to do with it. You lying sons of bitches. What is wrong with you? Obesity caused by virus outbreaks, obesity caused by virus attacks, obesity caused by virus disease, obesity caused by virus, bacteria! Are you out of your fucking mind? Are you stupid? I cannot even understand why the medical industry is insulting my intelligence this much. No, you see what didn't make the list? Calories, sugar, nothing that actually causes obesity made the fucking list. And they don't want you to know what causes obesity, ever, basically ever. And if you look up childhood obesity, oh man, let me tell you what, parents are so unable to take responsibility for causing their children to be fat that they will blame anything. So the list for childhood obesity causes is far more extreme than the list of adulthood obesity causes. Because parents don't want to say, I packed soda in their lunch and then gave them hot dogs for dinner with more soda. No, they don't want to say that they sat their kid on the couch and made them watch TV so that they could go fuck the neighbor. They don't say that. They don't say that. They say there are just a lot of complicated issues that cause children to be fat. You know, they like sugar. Kids like sugar. Yeah, kids like sugar when you fucking give it to them. So in the future, when you try to figure out how you got sick or what a particular symptom is or why you have restless leg syndrome, etc., 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 understand this. you are going to be far removed from the truth. And the truth is going to be far removed from you. And until you spend the money on surgery books, you will never know how the actual body works. You will think it works like you were told it works from your middle school to high school health class books. And that's all you will ever know. And if you want to know the actual cause of your disease, do not rely on your doctor. Do not rely on Google. Do not rely on Yahoo. That's why it's called Yahoo. They're making fun of you, you Yahoo!